If you study physics, you often hear that beautiful mathematics reveals the deepest truths about the universe. But some of the most elegant theories ever written have turned out to be wrong, while some ugly equations have described reality perfectly. Nature never promised to match our sense of beauty. So is mathematical beauty revealing reality, or only revealing what the human mind wants reality to look like? And this is part 32 in the video series, and we're on chapter 4, Mathematics, Beauty and Limits. And today we're on section 29 in the book, The Beauty of Mathematics. Does elegance point to truth? Physicists often talk about the beauty of mathematics. Equations that balance with perfect symmetry, theories that unify sprawling phenomena into a single elegant form, patterns that feel too neat not to be true. There's a long tradition of treating beauty as a guide to truth in science. Einstein himself said he couldn't believe God would play with dice with the universe, partly because randomness felt ugly compared to deterministic laws. Paul Dirac, who predicted the positron with elegant mathematical structures, openly argued that beauty in an equation was a sign of its correctness. And it's not just scientists. Artists, musicians and philosophers have always sensed something transcendent in mathematical form. Think of Pythagoras with his music of the spheres, Kepler mapping planetary orbits onto platonic solids, or the golden ratio shaping art and architecture, from the Parthenon to Da Vinci. Mathematics has often been cast as a bridge between the rational and the aesthetic, the cold logic of proof fused with the warm glow of beauty. But is beauty a reliable compass for truth? Enter Sabine Hossenfelder, a modern physicist who's been vocal about the very problem. She argues that physics in the 20th century got addicted to beauty, symmetry, elegance, simplicity, and that this addiction led it astray. Strings theory is a classic example. Mathematically gorgeous, with higher dimensions and elegant unifications, but so far no experimental confirmation. Beautiful, yes. Useful, maybe not. Hossenfelder's point is blunt. Reality doesn't owe us beauty. The universe isn't obliged to satisfy our aesthetic preferences. By chasing elegance instead of evidence, physics risks building castles in the sky. She suggests we need to let go of beauty as a criterion and get back to the hard, often messy business of experiment. But many physicists take the opposite view to Hossenfelder, arguing that beauty is not just inspiring but central. Frank Wilczek insists that the universe is built on principles of symmetry and elegance, and that our sense of beauty is attuned to these deep structures. Brian Greene made the case that string theory's appeal lies in its astonishing mathematical grace, a unification so neat it feels destined to be right. For these thinkers, beauty isn't a distraction, it's a compass. The history of physics, they argue, shows that the most profound truths, from Maxwell's equations to Einstein's relativity, were also the most beautiful. So where does that leave us? On one hand, beauty has historically been a powerful motivator, leading to insights and breakthroughs. On the other hand, it can be a trap, luring us into dead ends. The tension mirrors art itself. Some works are sublime, others kitsch. Both can look appealing, but only some endure. For our broader discussion, mathematical beauty raises a deeper question. Is the universe fundamentally elegant, or do we just want it to be? If space-time is emergent, if consciousness is fundamental, if perception is an evolutionary hack, then maybe our craving for beauty is just another filter. An icon evolution gave us because it kept us looking. Beauty might not be a property of the universe, but a property of consciousness. And yet the uncanny fact remains that mathematics is astonishingly effective at describing objective nature. Symmetries, conservation laws and patterns keep popping up, and they often are beautiful. Even Gödel's incompleteness theorem, unsettling as it is, has a strange beauty in its self-referential twist. Maybe beauty isn't the whole story, but maybe it's not irrelevant either. Perhaps it's a clue that consciousness and the objective reality are more entangled than we realise. The aesthetic resonance we feel is part of the fabric of reality, not just a quirk of taste. So beauty may inspire discovery, but it doesn't guarantee truth. Our deepest scientific intuitions might be shaped as much by human psychology as by the universe itself. which means the problem isn't just whether our equations are beautiful. It could be whether beauty is another filter through which consciousness interprets reality. Are we discovering the universe or creating the version of it that makes the most sense to us? Okay, next up, we're still in Chapter 4, Mathematics, Beauty and Limits, and we'll cover Section 30, the anthropic principle, fine-tuning necessity and coincidence.